I think if you're not
clarify, make
hearing
sure
me,
I
yeah.
understand you correctly. But what I'm really doing is just repeating you in case
Just
nobody
in
can
case
hear.
I can't. That's
In
that's a
case,
great.
yeah.
Yep. All right, we are live. Welcome everybody. We are here with Fugo, who is currently our
I have
leader.
really good news to tell you later, Jen.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Interesting news, but it can't go anywhere.
hang
It
on.
cannot leave our ears.
Hang on. Hey, Fugo,
Okay.
can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, good. All right, we are live. So do not give that news away yet.
All right. Nope.
All right, all right. So yes, we're gonna have Fugo cover Tiki hard, which what you have currently negative 21, Fugo, right? The top of the leaderboard.
I do believe I am the current leader of this course, Tiki a Coco Hard. But
Oh,
records
very
fall
nice.
pretty quickly, and it's only been out for a week, so who knows how long it'll stand. But yeah, currently I got really lucky and dropped a 21 under on this. It was surprising to even me. So
All right. Well,
I
let's
guess
get
we'll
in
go
there
into
and
we'll get in. Let's see if I can recreate the magic, and but really we'll go over a couple of strategies for expert players, and then your moderate player skill level. Got a couple different things to show you guys today. Looking forward to it.
all right.
Without further ado,
All right, I will be muted and I
and
will be here if you need me.
All right.
crew, my apologies for crashing the plane. Sorry about that. So we're at the first hole here at Tiki a Coco. I really love this new map. I don't know how much experience most players have with it, but I got to tell you, this new map's lighting, especially in the hard course, the lighting is great. The skill challenges for each hole are different, and they're very diverse. And then the flora and fauna of the island here is really nice as well. So I think it creates a really nice lighted atmosphere, and it's a fun playing ground. With that being said, on to the first hole. So the first hole is a double island. There's a waste area over to the left. There's one down here on the bottom. There's one on the top, and you're trying to get your ball to the top. And it's a lot like the easy course if you're experienced with that, except it's a higher loft of the plane wing. And so you have to give it a little bit more than the easy course. You're kind of looking at the R up there in the air. So trying to get a little bit of air, and you're going off the middle board. And you're kind of giving it a nice little up. That's a pretty conservative line. You can get a little more aggressive and kind of go through the M and the R, the M of the mighty and the R of the air. You can kind of get it, whoops, kind of duffed that one. You can get it a little more aggressive at the hole, but then you run the risk, like you see, of going down the hill. This shot down the hill is difficult. It bends to the left. If you're in this waste area,
Hang on,
you're
Fugo,
gonna have
one
to really.
second. Let's see. Jen is still here, but you're glitching out a little bit.
Give me just one moment. Let me
Okay.
see if I can improve my connection. Sorry about that. Alrighty, hopefully I sound a little better. I went to my alternative Wi-Fi. Do I sound better?
So far, so good. It was more your avatar was kind of popping in and out, so I'm not sure if it's
All right.
our setup for you. But.
So we'll go over it real quick again. You go over the R or the M, depending on what kind of line you want over this here area. You can find yourself sliding down or barely staying up like I did. There's an alternative shot that I want to go over real quick, and it's between this box and this debris of the rotor of the motor, and it can be done. It's kind of right or left of these two dots from the tee. You want to look, there's kind of a triangle area in your visual that's right here. Kind of guide your path towards the hole. It's a more aggressive line, but a lot of people are enjoying it more than going up the blade. So we'll try it out. Whoops, I didn't make it, but you can see it kind of gives a different view. Got to hit it a little hard. It's not very successful, but some people are liking it. There, it rolls up that way, and then oh, almost got it in the hole. I think the idea is you got to kind of bust it a little bit. Yeah. Get some action. A lot of people don't like going up the thing, but I don't know that I like that shot very much. There it is, and that keeps it up into the bowl, but I find that that margin of error there for that alternative left shot is pretty steep. I don't recommend it. I recommend for beginners to definitely go through the middle board, up this way, get her to roll back near the hole. Hopefully it stays up on top. You don't want to be in the waist area, right? You most likely get a 3, probably won't make the shot. Try to stay out of this area, so make sure that you're left enough, somewhere right in this area as you shoot your tee shot, and then it's just pace from there. Middle board, right through there. All right, we'll move on to hole number 2. I really love this hole. Hole number 2 for every player, beginner or pro, is a simple bank shot. You can go off the right or the left, but the bank area is right here, and you want to hit it about center, maybe a little left of center. I kind of look where this is meeting, right about here, and then it's a pace shot after that. Really love hitting this shot. I wish I made it more. Don't be discouraged if you miss it. You really got to have your pace and line just about right. I hit it a little hard and a little deep. Let's see if that works. Nope, still a little hard and a little deep. That one was left. Well, let's try center. Nope. That should go. Nope. Nope. We're getting close. It's near the center. I've actually made it more times. There we go. There we go. Let's try that one more time. You can see it's a slower pace than what I was hitting in previous efforts. Little left of center. Goes right in the hole. Little left of center. There's a couple dots here. It looks like maybe through those 2 dots right there might be your best bet. Right there. Let's try that. Let's see if we can see them from the tee. I can see them, actually. If you have a 3, you'll probably be able to see them a little better, but I can see them. I can visualize them. That's way out. There we go.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep. All right. On to hole number 3. Hole number 3 is fantastic hole. It's well designed, and it's difficult too. It's difficult eagle. There's many strategies that you can go with. You can try to dump it over here with a fairly aggressive shot and give yourself kind of a shot for 2, but not really a legitimate due to this incline here that's tough to judge and moves your ball drastically to the right as you hit your ball. So a lot of players have strategized to float the ball and leave it on the flat area at the top to go for 2. It requires kind of a touch shot. You got to hit it pretty much right there. You can go right at that angle with the rock as a pace shot right there, and you can float it up here to this flat area before the slope, and you still have a reasonable shot at a 2. We'll talk about that in a minute after I get done with all the other options that you have here at this hole. You can get crazy with it, and you can go for broke if you're an aggressive player and shoot it up there pretty hard and see if you can get a kick.
Well,
Almost got
it
it.
doesn't usually work that way, not from what I've seen.
No, but you can hit it. It can go off the stairs. I mean, it's rando. I got to tell you, it's very random. I almost made it there. But your best, if you hit it too hard, it's going to go down into that area, what I'll call a waste area or a ball retreat area. If you hit it too hard, you're not in that much trouble. Oh, a little bit more pace and you can get it up there. But what I like to try to do is I like to try to keep it up on the top frame. Now you can do that with a regular, just kind of straight up pace shot where it stays up. You'll have to work on that a little bit. And there is a way to get a 2 here that's fairly decently easy. You got to work on dropping balls here and practicing, but the aim point is right between these 2 cutouts for a bank shot to make it. Don't try to make it straight up. Try to come off the back, hit it right there. Let's see here if I can do it. Boom. Ah,
Ooh.
just pushed it just a little too hard. There we go.
Nice.
And see, so that can be made. It's relatively, doesn't move as much. See, you can see that ball didn't move on that slope a whole lot, maybe a quarter of a club head length. And so you can really hone that in. And that's my best suggestion for even a pro player or an amateur player to get a 2 on hole number 3. Really like this hole though.
And if you end
There's one
up, I think
other.
it doesn't happen as often on the hard course, but if you kind of end up back, back down here, is it similar to the easy where you're just
Yeah,
going to kind of recreate your tee shot?
I think so. Let's say you don't make it over or somehow end up in this zone over here. I mean, there are shots that you can do to try to rapid fire it over and see if you can get a line, right? I think you can see how far that's bending over to the right, but I almost got up there. You can see how far that bends your ball to the right, so you really got to give it a lot and hope for the best. So notice I've not made it up to the flat putting area green. One thing of note is if you do end up in this waste area, you almost always end up on this slope, and you can see when I hit this ball how far it pushes the ball right. You can see I'm aiming left, it's pushing the ball right. So if you want to make it, you've got to adjust. I hit that probably 6 inches to the left of where that ball actually hit on the rail. And you got to hit it right before that little kink in the rail to make the bank at that pace. But it can be done.
All right.
I think for your average player, a 3 here is a perfectly acceptable score.
Yeah.
And use some of the strategies of getting the ball. There is one more strategy that really helps you get the ball up, and you can go to the right on the first bridge chip out, and you can just hit it harder, and most of the time you'll stay up. It's not as pace determinant. Kind of keeps you, it's a closer aim spot, and it puts you out a little bit further. The 2 putt's a little harder to make, sets you back a little bit more, so you've got to play your slope a little bit more aggressive. It's going to bend it more, you can see, but you can make that. That can be made pretty easy as well.
Now,
Anything
Fugo,
right
when
of the
you're
hole
doing
won't
this
go
shot, to me, it almost looks like you're aiming at the hole and then it's kind of curving down to the right. Is that how you're hitting?
I think that's a really good, I think that's a good judgment. Kind of go towards the hole. I go a little bit right.
Okay.
Just because I'm trying to, but the hole's a good spot. You can make this, if you go too fast, you start going towards the hole, and if you hit it just right, you can make it. I keep going a little left, a little right, and putting it but you can see too hard won't get you where you're going, and too far over. It's very difficult to make. You can go right at it, but it won't go in. That's too much pace, and I think, there we go.
Right.
Really, the center, if you can get your ball to hit the center of this, right in between these 2 cutouts here, that's really the place to be on that. Boom.
Nice.
That banks very, very nicely. All right. Hole number 5. Now, for your amateur player, up to your pro level player, I have a bit of advice on this hole. This is early in your round of a hard course. There is a hole-in-one option here. The hole-in-one option is kind of burning it right where this squiggly line is and resting it up on the top. I'll try to execute it, but I got to tell you, I miss this most of the time. You got to float it up and see it just doesn't want to go up there. Very difficult.
You know, I've had a
It
little
wants to
bit
stay
more luck
right.
using, I don't know if you can even see my putter, but there's kind of 2 dots right here. There's a putter length in between them. Now I've been kind of going in the middle of those, and I've had a lot more luck getting it up there.
Yeah. I
But it's
kind of
still
like
really
this play,
tricky.
and it's something that I don't see a lot of people doing, but if you just aim on the left side of that top triangle up in the top corner and give it a little pace, you're not going to make it, but guess what you're not going to do? You're not going to par the hole either. You're going to get a nice solid birdie out of that with just 2 feet left to go. And you're not going to disappoint yourself with a missed hole-in-one that doesn't go in. There's also another alternative where you go off the right here and try to get it to do that and fall in. Let's see here. I kind of like this one for almost. It's really a safe shot as long as you hit the thing. It's going over there. Got to believe in it or you'll miss the corner. The harder you hit this, the better chance it's got of getting over there. And it's a quick aim spot for your average player. Now, Putato, what were you speaking of? What line are you looking at again?
So I've had, can you see my putter on the ground?
Not
If you can see it.
anymore.
Okay.
I don't know where you're at.
So there in, let's see. I'm gonna do it on
Now I can see you.
So there's dark stripe, light stripe, dark stripe, light stripe. So on that second light stripe, kind of almost directly in front of you, there's a pretty prominent dot, and then to the right of that, there's a slightly less prominent. So I've had a lot of luck going in between those 2 dots. A little bit more to closer to the right-hand dot.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Ah.
No, more straight in front of you. Nope, I don't think we're looking at the same thing. Just to, not the bank shot, just to kind of get up there and loft it over slowly.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah, right around
A
there.
little more pace, maybe?
Yep.
See, that's very touchy, though.
It is touchy, yeah. Yep.
Oh, there it was. Yeah, I think it's burning the right side of your ball on that second dot, right in the middle.
Yep.
I think that's a good one.
So
Let's try that one more time.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get it one more time. No, that's too far right. It's difficult. Too far right. Difficult. I think it's difficult. There we go.
Yeah.
Ooh. What do you think the chances of making that every time are, though?
Yeah, not great, especially
There's
for
your
a
float
beginner
it
player, but yeah.
directly in. There's your pro level. Yep, that is the line. You're correct. It's right here. You're burning the right edge of your ball on this second dot. Right there.
Yeah.
I like that.
I might go
So
for
there's
it,
several
and then
different
the recovery
options.
shot down here has been fairly reliable for going in for
Yeah,
2,
here
but...
let's do what we call the 7th dot save. We'll just dump it. It always lands in the same spot if you miss the shot. And there is a recovery. The recovery, as we wait for the ball to get down here, where is it? There it is the 7th triangle. It's the middle of the 7th triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right there in the middle. So one facing flat. You can call it a Dorito. You can call it whatever you want, but the recovery is right in the middle of that. Too hard, too left. Too right. Not enough pace, but that might go. Don't be afraid to hit it. Got to get it there. I keep pulling it, but that's more like it.
There it is.
Yeah. All right. Hole number 5. Really like hole number 5. You got some options here. There's this dot. You can burn it right and get yourself a nice line. Try to hit it at a pace that avoids these nubs over here or all around the hole, really. You've got points. You don't want to find your ball right on one of those points. It's kind of hard to judge, but try to think of it in that aspect that there are points and not to hit them. Here's your dump shot. You got to remember you're hitting into sand, so you got to give it just a little bit. Get it in between there. See, I'm off the points. I can put it up. Remember you're on sand. Remember you're on points. And you get your 2 that way and you get out of here. That's your average to pro player level shot. Now let's try expert level shot. Is this angle off of, what is this thing? Is this a bongo, a rum drum? What are these things? Who knows? I live in Hawaii. I don't know what that is. But the pro level, elite level shot is off this angle, this 45-degree angle of this rail, this piece of the rail. And you got to really try to center it. And it's really a pace shot. You got to clear the iceberg rock in front of you. You come off that rock and you dump it in the hole. But
it's hard.
It's really a
it's
pace
hard.
shot.
I don't take
It is a shot.
I do not take that shot, yeah.
You can see it's pretty successful. I've practiced it several times. It's got a lot of whoops. See what can happen. It can go bad, but it can go good. You can make it. You can push it. You really want to center it. There's several different ways it can get up there. It can go right in the hole, even. A little more gets you off the rock. You push it, fires back at you. Here's a little heavy. You can see. Here's a little short. You end up under that. You don't want to do that. You want to do it just about right there. Trying to make it once. It will go in occasionally. You can see if you pull it too far, and that is basically dead center of that 45 is where you want to be. Dead center of it. That'll get you close. You can see I'm trying to get the pace. That's a little heavy. You can get really in trouble if you hammer it. Nothing good happens. So it's a really delicate pace. Right over that, and then you hope you get a good kick off the rock there. A little more pace kicks it off the rock. See what happens if I push it. And that's pretty much a good execution. I'm not making it. Went off the rock. On this slope, you've really got to watch what you're doing. This is not a gimme putt. This is going to pull a little to the left because it's on a right slope. You can see it pull a little. You want to give that your full attention. Moving on to hole number 6. There's all kinds of different ways to play this hole, but for tournament golf, I don't think you want to get risky here too much. So the standard shot would just to be dump it off the first step on the left, have it come off this rail, miss whatever that obstruction is, it comes down. That didn't give me a very good leave. You can see that's a long putt. Let's see if doing the exact same shot again gives me a different result. It certainly can.
Nope.
See, it can give you one right by the hole. So that's kind of a crapshoot, but you will get a shot for birdie down there. You can also go off the left. You can hit it off the left rail. Whoops. And get it to come over.
Let me come around. Where are you hitting it on the rail?
So if you see
Okay.
that, you're just
Okay.
burning the whole left side coming down. Every once in a while, you can get it to go in. It'll bounce off that wood just perfect. But I'm not a big fan of it. I think a lot can go wrong left. I think if you hit it left, you can get yourself in trouble, or you can almost make it. You know, like that was not too bad. There's also, I've seen people go straight at the board back here and throw it up, try to get some
Dangerous.
anarchy. Try to get some anarchy. You got to bounce that just right, or you're going to end up in trouble. There's a decent one. Let's see if we get some anarchy. We do. So there, if you're trying to throw an ace up your sleeve, you got to make sure you hit it hard. And it might go in. You never know. But there's the dump it left, dump it right. Try to stay out of the middle, or you're going to end up kind of in a bad scene. It can hit here very easy, and if it hits on this left thing, it's going to hit it, send it all the way over here into this corner, which makes for a difficult angle putt, I think, because you have this obstruction and then not a lot of visuals to help you cue up that putt. Like this putt right here is the one you're trying to avoid. It's makeable. I haven't seen one that didn't have a line yet, and it's a long putt. You probably don't want to be hitting this putt in tournament mode. It can go bad. See, look at that lip out. It's makeable, but hole number 7. Liking hole number 7. I think it's a challenging hole. Most people are hitting their tee shot off the 5th, whatever this is, the 5th right here. Whatever this triangle thing is, carving. I'll call it a carving. I like that. And it's a pace shot. You don't want to hit it too hard. You want to go right on the center of the 5th. Let's see if we can get it. That's not too bad. We'd like better, but that's not awful. Little shallow. Let's try it one more time with a little more feeling. That didn't work out. That one didn't work either. And you can see I'm having very varied results. That one's not too bad. I think we need more power. I think you want to hit this one really hard.
That is usually.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
So I roasted that with about everything I had. I'm 100% power. Maybe I'm just getting old. Let's see here if we can do it again with a little more oompa. Oh, look. Yeah, we didn't get lucky there, but it's a better result. So maybe an 8 or a 9 power. Just really hammer your... That might be too hard. Seems like that kicking it back out. There we go. That'll get you the 2 right there. So there's not a lot to do there, and then that's a pretty good aim spot. I also see an aim spot to the left. It's in between these 2 lines here, in between the 2nd and the 3rd cutout, right in the bend.
Nice.
Right in the bend. I like this one too. I'm looking at what I'm hitting at. Really is working. And I'm getting the same leave both times. Let's try to hit it just a bit harder. Well, that didn't work. Yeah, you don't want to hit it too hard. I think you just want to kind of hit it at a nice pace in between those lines. So you hit it too hard, you're going to hit that outside edge.
Do you find that one of these spots has more wiggle room of getting down there if you don't hit the right spot?
I think the one on the 5th pine will get you through. Most times at least past this rum barrel or whatever that thing is. Let's try it one more time with some pace. I hit that one right of my target. That one I hit where I wanted. I'm still past the rum barrel though. That's where I wanted to hit it. I'm barely getting a line there, but it's there. That one's right. It's really hard to hit it as hard as you want to hit it right in this spot, though. It's still pretty hard to aim. You might find and look for things closer to you.
Let's see.
You can
Maximus
see it's
Prime in the chat says
not.
you might have to grunt a little on this putt. Which, yeah, I'll do that sometimes. I need full strength.
See, I'm not getting that great a result. I think I'm hitting it not hard enough. There we go. You can see it doesn't really want to get the right angle of bounce. There we go. Oh, I don't think you can hit this one hard enough. Look, the harder you hit it, the better it goes. I'm really giving this all I got.
Yeah, I think I've been starting to practice my backhand swing, and it is because of this hole.
That one went out of bounds. There, you can see I'm really giving it all I got. It's really working out a lot better on average. Just really keep your head down and keep, look at that. That went all the way down there and all the way back. That's better.
Have you tried this jump shot at all? I've seen a little bit. I think you're going straight off of, little bongo border
I think
in front of you.
Any aim point that's that far away from you that's supposed to pop the ball up is dangerous, but let's see what it does. I am not getting much of a pop.
No, pop the wrong way. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how hard that.
Some people posting videos of it getting right over there.
Oh, okay. I feel like you really got to hit it hard. There it was, but I mean, you got to really be accurate. That can go bad pretty quick. I'm trying to get it.
Doesn't look like a smart option for the tourney.
I don't think it's very smart. I think one small move, like, see, I'm just barely hitting that left and it's popping it out of bounds every single time. So there's that. It gets me kind of over there, but I would rather stick with something here about 5 dots down, just really hammering it. Any pushing of the ball right doesn't work. Sends it into that. So I think you want to just stay as left as you can right on that time. The harder you hit it, the better it is. I think you got to just rifle it. Hope for the best. I mean, like almost pulling your head out. It's hard to hit your spot though.
Yeah. But
the more energy you give it, it seems to do all right. I think it's difficult though. I think to get a 2 is a good score on this hole. And there is a line here. I'm not hitting it, but I think it's got to be like that. Yeah, that.
Yep. Oh, that's good.
I think it's kind of dangerous though. You will get down there kind of if you hit it good. I do like that slightly. It's more controlled. So it's down. It's down at the second time is where it is, this shot. But it's just right after it. It's interesting. You can for sure get a 3 that way though, I think. So play with that, see what you like, and we'll move on to hole number 8. I love hole number 8. It's a real simple hole. You got to hit that little coconut right in the butt, and it'll go in. There's 2 dots right here on the ramp. Really like those. You just kind of look down at those 2 dots, look at his butt, give it a rip. Hopefully you hit it. I hit him a little bit left. Give yourself a line. Let's try it again. A little bit left. Oh, almost kicked it in.
So where on the middle pad are you trying to hit? You're
really wanting to go, there's 2 dots that are existent in this dark stripe. You want to hit the pad with a little bit of loft. You want to hit it right on the white stripe in the middle pad. right up to the, maybe a slightly right of the 2 dots. The middle of your ball's maybe a millimeter past dead center of the 2 dots. You're looking at that white stripe down there at the landing zone. You're kind of trying to get it. Whoops,
Oh.
I hit a little hard. You're trying to hit it right there and get it to go. That was a little lean and a little left. That's more left. But you can start to get some action, maybe. You can try to get it in there. It's difficult. It's a difficult shot. It's not a gimme at all. You're really just looking for a line. It's hard to hit the little dude. I've done it a few times. Whoops. I have a tendency to pull it a bit. Oh, that's not a good spot to be. Look at that. That's jail.
Oh, yeah, you got
Look
beat
at
up.
that bad
Ugh.
break. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Let's try one more. That's close.
Hey.
There it is.
Oh.
So like I said, if you can get it, it's a gift. If you can get this shot, it's a gift. You don't want to cheat it. You want to get it just right of those dots, or just, whoops, just maybe there. You can get it to feed back to the hole sometimes. It doesn't always go in. Close.
Yeah.
You get the idea there.
Yeah.
You kind of want to get, if you can
on this
hit this guy right on this angle. So there's a recovery. Let's say we hit this too hard on hole number 8. Let's purposely try to give ourselves a bad line here. Let's say you dump it out to the right, you hit it way long.
Yep.
You still got a line. Let's say you don't have a line. Let's say you end up, let's see, we'll put it over. Let's say you end up here. You're just in a bad spot. There is a bank angle off the back wall. You want to look. If you're angling up this, you can use this barrel and this barrel to find a line in between those without hitting the lip of the coconut. And you can kind of eyeball it. You want to get your pace right. That will go in. You can bank that. Over here is less predictable. So if you get yourself in a spot back here, make sure to utilize this back flat rail. It bounces off really nice. You can usually find a line that works. Remember, all you have to do is float it in a pace that's this area. There is a recovery there. That's really pretty handy. I've made this several times to save birdie, so remember that. And you can see it was further right than you think. It was really only about a barrel off the right. Not bad. All right, this next hole, number 9, is pretty fun. I think for an amateur player, or pretty much any player, I've seen a lot of players miss this. They're hitting the posts, and the main reason they're hitting the posts is because this hole forces you to change your approach technique, because you're looking for a moving obstacle in front of you, so you have to take your eyes off the ball. But my advice to you is to try to plan the ball to hit right when the last fire goes past. When you see it go past is when you want to hit the ball. To ensure that it gets down there, I like to come off the back of the rail, past the hole, to give it a little more pace. Don't give it too much or you'll come back down the hill. And I just kind of watch as this fire goes by, and then I sync it to me looking down. So I look at the fire and then I look down. So now I'm going to do this one last time before I hit it, and I'm going to give it a good go. I didn't make it. Let's try it again. It's a difficult shot. There we go.
Nice.
Oh no,
I
I
think
hit the hole.
for people watching, I think maybe Fugo's and our timing is not synced up exactly correct.
Yeah, I think the torches might, but you're watching for the torches on your left through your peripheral vision on your left. You're just kind of watching them to time. You're not spending time you're just trying to catch that fire in the left side of your oculus or whatever you're using, your headset. and you got your spot, you find your spot that works for you to line up, and you just kind of wait till it goes, and then you just hit it straight.
Oh.
You can time it, but my suggestion, I've gotten unlucky that I've hit the hole twice in a row here. Let's see if we can get, I did it again. You go just left of the hole and you can come off the back rail and make it. It'll go in left of the hole. Right of the hole will go in also. There it is. See how it's beveled? So if you miss it right of the hole, it'll go in off the back. Let's try doing it off the left side and see if it works now that we're honing this in a little bit. Go to the left side of the hole, not as forgiving, but has a chance to go in. So maybe the right side of the hole is where to be. I think timing it slowly up the hill to try to get it is dangerous. I think you have a better chance of hitting the posts and not making it through. So I really encourage, see what happens when you just look up. You can't look up. You have to look back down and hit your shot through the area when the fire's not coming. So right as it goes, you hit it through. Get yourself safe. Go a little strong. It's not time to be a hero for the hole-in-one here. Although it's doable, it's doable. I don't like your chances too much. All right, moving on, hole number 10. Hole number 10, do not do anything stupid or fancy on this hole. Get yourself a putt. It might be an ugly putt, but get it. There is the upside down froggy face.
Oh boy.
That I use here. It's right here. There's a dot to your left about 2 feet. You go up just a little bit right here, and there's this upside down frowny. This upside down frowny is your close visual cue to make sure you're left enough on this hole. Anything right, you push the ball right, it's not going anywhere. It's a lot of strength to get it up there, and then it just kind of falls off like 14 on, or 13 or whatever that hole is on a tourist trap hard. Like it's kind of like a bridge like that. You can kind of see how it just loses momentum. So you want to keep your ball left. You're not making this. This is not going in for a hole-in-one. Your whole idea is to keep it left enough to give you a reasonable 5-foot putt. A reasonable 5 to 6 foot putt. This is a conservative line. Look how left I am. I'm only about a ball off the edge as I'm going up the ramp. And I'm giving it just enough to make sure it rolls down softly. That's a very acceptable result on this. Anything else is really pushing your boundaries of this hole. You can get a pretty easy look. This is a diagonal look. I see a lot of people missing this putt. Don't be that person. Come in here and give this a minute of your time. Get comfortable with this putt before the round starts. This is one of those that's
it's a deceiving one.
Kind of a trick to the eye. And as you get further back, it gets like exponentially more difficult. You're hitting it through a shadow. The background behind the hole is not solid, so you really need to focus on the hole. See, look, I missed that. You got to focus on the hole and get it right where you need it. And it's not easy. You can burn it left really easy. You can float it right really easy and maybe miss it. Float it left. It's not going to go back in. So you got to be solid and make this putt. It's difficult. Difficult. I like it. All right, moving on. Hole number 11. Don't be a hero. Anything past the hole's out of bounds, basically. It's a pretty straight shot. The slower you go up the slope, the more it'll bend to the right. There's a couple dots here. Familiarize yourself with those dots so you're not looking at the hole while you hit this. You got to look down, find your spot, practice, find one, and hit it. You want to get just above. You don't want to leave it short. You want to get just above that and get her in there. See how far that bent right? You can see it bent right almost half a club length. Watch that. It looks like it's straight. It's not. It's bending to the right, almost a whole hole or club head length. Let's try that a couple more times and we can watch what this ball's doing. We assume it's going straight, but it's not. So I think the aim point's just a little left of center. You can see that's pushing it right. You can see it push right. So you want to go a little bit left to get her to fall in there just right. That's too far left, you can see, and too much pace. It won't bend. You can see right amount of pace. That's too much pace off to the right, and it's out of here. So you really have to be pretty conservative. I like the play to just bail it over the hill. Make sure you get it over the hill or you're taking a bogey on this hole. Just get it up there. There's a bailout right a little bit. You can be a little more aggressive, or you can try to make this shot. Most people do something like that because they're afraid to fully commit.
Yep.
But you can see just a little left of center. A little left of center. We'll get that ball in.
And that's it. I mean, there
Doesn't
is
really want to
no
go into
other there is no other shot to do on this hole, right? I mean, if you
honestly, I don't know of a bank shot that works on it.
Yeah.
I know people have been doing it. You got to assume it's like somewhere up near that shadow, probably. But look, I mean, anytime you're hitting something off a rail, it's not going to be as accurate, especially not a straight rail. You got to remember, none of these rails are straight at all. I'm getting close with a bank, and I feel like I can be a little more aggressive getting it up there. So if you're happy giving it a little more angle, if you're an amateur player, getting it up there just like that without risking going out of bounds and giving yourself like a little more leeway because it's going diagonally isn't the worst idea. Just to get it up there. That's not a bad play. And then to try to make it, I think it would have to be, right? I'm trying to find a spot. Right about there.
Hey.
That's close.
Yep.
Where'd we hit that? Let's see what we got. So right before the chip out on the left, if you hit it the right speed, it looks like that goes pretty close to the hole. It's easy to miss the spot, though. It's a long aim point, but that's close. You know, gives you a little more leeway, too, to hit it. Closer aim point. Seems like you can still go out pretty easy. There it is. Took me a minute.
And if you end up, if you don't give it
out.
enough juice and you roll back down the hill, does it still angle you that much if you're right?
Yeah,
at
but
the
you
bottom
got to
of the hill?
remember, as you're closer, let's say you don't get it up there, you got to watch which way it rolls down. You're already sitting a little left, so I would aim probably due center because you're left of the hole. So it's probably not going to bend that much. But it did a little bit because I lost pace. But yeah, it's still moving to the right. You can see it moves to the right. Anything right of center of the hole. So you got to keep it left, but not too left. Got to do just about there. It's difficult. You can't get too aggressive with it. You got to keep it pretty neat to make it. I like that too. Okay.
All right.
Hole number 12. Do not try to hop this. It's probably not going to work in tournament play. There's a hop shot. You hit it here, or you can hit it here also, and it'll pop over, but it can shoot in any direction. And it's just not consistent. The pro play, and what I would think an expert would want to do, is just hit it down here, get yourself centered for your second shot. The closer to center you can be, the better chance you have of making this for two, and there's a trick to make this for two. This first little triangle, you want to aim right here and double bank it right here. It'll put it on a line towards the hole. You can see how this bends outward. Very unlikely that you're going to make this off the back because you're going to have to make it. It's going to have to come all the way over here to bank back to where it's going, and it's just not likely. Let's see if we can make this after our first shot. We'll see how many tries it takes. Boom, boom.
Hey.
Oh. You see that put it right on the hole, gave me a shot. I overhit it just slightly, but I wanted to make sure I got over there. Don't get cute with this. Don't get cute. Get it over there. Get it over there. Remember I said that. See, it won't come off the back and go in. You really, the further out you go, there you
Nice.
go. You want it to bank, double bank off. See, if I get cute, what happens? What happens when I get cute? Nothing good. Nothing good. That's a 4-shot mistake. So you've got to get it over there. Be aggressive. If you get it to fall, great. If you don't, it's like the more aggressive you are to get it over there, the further right you can go with your second shot, because it'll create the angle. See, the more pace you have, it'll kick off of that and create angle.
And your aim
You can even
spot
go
is still going to be
that
the
high with,
same right here. No, kind of no matter where you are going up on this ramp.
well, not really. If
Okay.
so let me drop a ball here. Give me just a second. Let me fly over there. Let's put it. A lot of people overhit the shot and end up over here, and they're kind of hidden by their own rail and everything like that. The further left you are, the further left you want to hit it on here to create the angle. Come out here, you might end up over here behind this. So the further left you are on the slope over there on the ramp, the further left on this angle you want to be. So I'm going to try to hit it right at that first time. Maybe a little further out. Whoops. Got cute. Don't do that. That's more like it. Didn't go, but you can see I'm giving it a chance at the hole with that double bank right there. The right pace, the right line, and you're going to be in the house with a 2. You can tell off the back it doesn't work. You can't really see what you're doing here too much. I'm trying to make it, but it's not being as successful. Being over here on the left, you have a less chance of making it. You can see it just, you got to be pretty lucky, I think, to make it.
Okay. So you really want
It's
to try
not
to get
really
in the
catching.
middle of that ramp there.
You do, and you can see on, if I drop it right, you kind of got the same issue where you want to go even more right and just try to clip it. I think being short is easier to make because you're creating more bank angle for yourself.
Yep.
And you can kind of see the hole a little bit. Trying to get the pace right, but it's difficult because you don't want to leave it short, you know?
Yep.
If you get this for 2, you've done well. You've done
Oh,
good
yeah.
for yourself.
And what if you
Let's move
are
on
too
to,
short? You know, well, Fuga, I want to talk about something because I'll end up here often maybe.
okay,
Is I'm kind
what's
of
up?
behind. I don't even have an opening to get over the ramp. I'm just kind of stuck behind this
Okay,
circle
let's
thing.
say you're like, let's say you hit a weird one and it kind of kicks back and does one of these things. You can get crazy with the cheese whiz and you can hit off of this 45 and get yourself over there, but the pace is difficult. I'm not hitting it very hard, and see how hard that is to judge?
Yep.
One of them's going way over there and the other one's not getting there. So it's a tough go to get it over there, and it's difficult. So you got to make the decision whether you might practice this before the tournament to get your pace right, but you can see it works sometimes, but it doesn't always work.
Kind of
You
seems like
can go
laying
off
it
the
up might be the
45s
smarter
and make
shot.
it, but I would try to just kind of lay it up and
Yeah.
get as centered as I could there, and then do this double bank off the rails. I like that aim spot. It ensures that you're giving it enough to get over, and then you kind of give it the double bank. And if you hit it just right, it might go in, you know? You get cute, bad things are going to happen.
Don't get cute.
Be cute, don't get cute. There it is. It's a little difficult, but it can go. Be
Oh,
grateful if you get it into a 2 as a gift on here, generally speaking. This next hole, I like it. It's challenging. It's the only par I took in my 21 under because I pulled the shot. But I use this little star-shaped dark spot about 3 feet in front of the hole. I like it this far away from the hole because it allows me to also focus on my aim point, the actual aim point of the rock face, which is located right here, right up in here. And you want to hit it about as centered as you can. The trick is the spot's right here. It's a little star looking thing. You got to get the left side of your ball, no more than the left side of your ball on that to make the shot. Let's see here if I can do it. I pulled it. See what happens, but I still got a line. Let's see here. Pulled it again. But if you don't pull it and you go right, you can get it all the way down there and it can even go in. So let's try this with a little more feeling. Don't pull it. Make sure you're going right of, I can't do it right now for some reason. There it is. You want to hedge right of that dot. You don't have to give it that much to get a good look for 2 either. If you're worried about trying to make the hole in one, don't. Just hit it with enough pace to get it down there. You try to hit it too hard and you end up over swinging or getting off your line. You just give it a nice little oomph. You're going to get enough to get a good look. You just kind of got to feather it down there, and then you can get more aggressive if you want. You can try. Sometimes it works. There's a good one. That'll get to the hole.
all right.
Let's try it one more time. Now that I've practiced it a little bit. There it is. Let's see how far we get this time. You can come off the back. Hitting it hard enough to come off the back rail is the expert's hole-in-one, where you kind of hit it. Oh, we almost got it. We almost got it.
Wow.
Oh,
Good shot.
yeah, do that again. Okay, anyway, that's as close as we're going to get. Let's go to 14. 14, couple schools of thought here. This incline, this concrete border around each island throws the ball really hard, really high, really fast. So the pace is not a normal pace. I'm going to hit a few. I'm not even hitting that very hard. You can see, I'm barely even swinging. Look how far that went. Barely even swinging. Look how hard that goes. Barely. That's like a 3. So I'm hitting it about a 3 right there. So when you hit it, you want to go just left of the dot in front of you, right along the edge. You want to just focus on that dot, and you want to hit it about a 2. I overhit it. There you go. You want to hit it just like that. That's your safe spot. You just want to make sure you get over there. You're hitting it like a 2. You're not really hitting it very hard. You're just hitting it like maybe a 2. You can see.
So your aim point is really kind of the left third of that third island there for a bounce. Yep.
Yep. But you can see the pace is difficult. You can go right at it, but it doesn't always stay. That one did. That one did. To make it, you got to go as left as you possibly can, hit that thing, and it'll go right at the hole. But it's difficult. They're close. It's a tough pace. Oh, almost got it. To get it all the way over there, you're really risking a lot. You can see how variable the paces are. So I like going slow, taking it left of the dot, just kind of hopping it over there like that. Left of the dot, about 2 or 3. 2 or 3, you're trying to land it. That's a little short, but that one should be okay. It's really tricky pace. Further left you go, the closer it gets to the hole, but the more dangerous it is too. You can see the hop is harder, it's further. I like it. The ball can mark in weird places over here. You can get a mark behind the board here.
Oh no.
I've had it mark me over here a couple times, so bad things can happen. Now let's go to my favorite hole, hole number 15.
Yes, I need some major help on this one.
I love hole number 15. You can go left, you can go right, you can do some stuff. You can hop it. I think the most safe shot would be just burn it over this big dot in front of you, hop it over there, and kick it back this way for a line. That's the easiest, safest shot.
Okay.
Now, you're not going to get a line very often because the pace has to be right, and the line you're going to get is not great. You know, you got to really burn it just a little bit, try to hit that angle over there. It's safe. It's pretty safe, you know. And you got yourself a line right there.
Yeah.
That's one way. There's another way where you go off the center of this first triangle and you try to hit it off the wall to the hole.
Huh.
Just go off the wall. It's pretty safe. Off the wall. Got a line there. Off the wall. Can go bad, but it rolls out. That's not a lip. You're not OB. You don't hit it hard enough, it doesn't work right. You got to hit it pretty hard, you can get over there. Not too hard. You kind of want to give it an olay. I think you kind of want to get above them if you can, but kind of rocking it to the center. Now that can go bad. But you can see this kind of goes not too bad. Shots I like, alternative pro level, elite level shots. The best shot that's for me right now is to burn it just to the left of this second pyramid, right where the last leg of the bench is. Missed it to the left, right there, and it hops over. It does a little double bank and almost goes in or goes in. I love it. It's pretty safe. It's pretty safe if you don't hit the edge, and you can aim. Hold on just a second. I'm rushing myself. You really want to take your time and try to hit this, but it's difficult. You can see I'm missing it a lot. There, I got it. You got to love this. This is not out of bounds. Hold your hand on the trigger. If you end up over here, it just rolls right out. Another is to go to the second bench post, the one closest to you, and hit it like that. You can get yourself in a little more trouble by going out, but there's more hop spots for it. It's a little more consistent. People might like that. There's the other one. You can hop it several different places, but you can also miss it. So you either want to be left enough or you want to be right enough to pop it. Either way works. I like the right. Gets to the hole more often. Whoops. Gets to the hole more often. There it is. You can hop it off that one. And then you can hop it off that one. You can hop it off. I'll try to hit that one. Yeah. You can hit it off several ways. You can get it up there. You can get tweener balls, though. You can see them kind of in between there.
So what is recovery if, you know, it doesn't make the jump and you're just kind of stuck back?
So let's get it to where it's not doing anything. You're in a world of hurt right here. You are in a world of hurt, but you got to look at the slopes that are given to you. So I like this one. This one looks like it might work as a recovery. From my ball angle, I feel like it's going on that line. I can bank it off this wall and hope I get some action, right? So I'm going to try to do that. It's my best way to stay from going out of bounds because I know the ball's going to bend to the right when I hit it off this slope. I got to remember to get it up enough to go over the barrel, and then I got to give it like a go and see if I can get it to go out of there. Let's see if I go left of it. I'm not in a good spot, but that's a good spot. That worked out. Give it off that wall and hope for the best. You want to go as left as you can. You might get it to come out of there. Okay. I think you could probably hop it back too. Like you could probably go off this one and hop it. See if you can get it to go over, you know? Like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Could probably do that, but I mean, you're running the risk of hitting it OB pretty bad. Trying to hit that post to bring it over, but you got to go left. There's the post. Oh, there's the post. Hit it too hard. There we go. We'll pop it over. It's kind of going out of bounds a lot. So maybe your best bet would be make sure you're staying in a spot where it's not going out of bounds, but gives it at least a chance. At least a chance to get over there. Give yourself a 3. If not, you're sitting there. Don't get cute on these pyramids. They'll throw you a lot of directions. Just take your 4. You didn't win this hole. But you can see the lines. You can go off any one of those pyramids and get yourself pretty close to the hole.
Yeah. Nice. All right.
Hole number 16. A lot of people want to, you think that you need to bank this, but no bank is the best shot. You just want to burn it up the left side here, just left of this first. You want to hop the second volcano. Sometimes you'll get it right and you'll just hit it right in this, but it gives it a good chance to bank off this back and go towards the hole also. I've made it both ways. So, pops it up. You're up there for 2. You just put it into the thing. Let's try it one more time. It really is a pace shot. You can see what happens if I don't hit it hard enough. It goes into lava. Got to make sure you get it over the second one. And that gives it a pretty good chance. You can be pretty aggressive. You can kind of hit it a little harder. You see that puts it near or in the hole, but it's more volatile. You can kind of get it off the back. We almost got,
Nice.
there we go. There we go. So let's look at that one more time. That just kind of burned to right. And just banked up in there and in. Yay.
All right.
I don't recommend doing anything other than that. Work on that shot. Pro, elite, amateur. Should be able to hit it pretty straight. Keep that pace up over that. Give yourself a chance putting that in the hole.
Awesome.
All right. This next shot, key to a great round. I'm pretty sure if you are an amateur player, the best play, and we'll start with this one, is the dump. You just dump it up right up into the first slope. Try to stay as left as you can to create some angle. Once you dump it here, you're sitting 1, and that's not too bad. You're trying to get a birdie or a par on this. And your aim spot, if you're over here, is in the air to hit it right where this cutout is on this log. Let's see here if we can do it. You're trying to create angle and enough pop to get it over there.
Awesome.
You're getting a 3. You're getting a 3. Let's look at that again. Let's see where I hit. I hit it right where I said I was going to hit it. Right there in that little cutout. Like you mean it. Like you mean it. You start getting out here and it pops up over the logs. The further left you go here on this angle, the further it goes up, out, over. So you want to keep it tight. Keep it right there. Keep it right there. You want to do that on your tee shot too if you can. So let's go back to the tee and talk about the pro level shot. Whoops, I'm on the wrong hole. Here we go. So the key to the pro level shot, the elite level shot, is you got to hit it on one of these first 3, preferably the middle of the second or the front part of the third, and you have to miss. You have to hit it hard enough that you miss this slope entirely. If your ball hits this slope, it's going out of bounds. And I'll demonstrate. Let me hit it a little slow. Don't hit it hard enough. It hits that slope. It doesn't do anything good. That one stayed in. That one stayed in, but look how bad of a place you're in right there. You don't want to do that. If you just hit it, you can just go up for 1. That's a nice little play too for an amateur player to just kind of not hit it that hard. But when you go for it and you hit it almost hard enough, but not quite hard enough. You go out of bounds, bad things happen. You hit that slope, it's out of here. You hit that slope, it goes out. You got to really commit. You got to really go, okay, I'm going to hit this ball hard and try to get it into the 2, you know? You didn't get it, but that's what you want to try to do. If you're going to go for getting it into there, I've made this for a 1 a couple times. You got to keep your head down. You got to find your spot and go for it. Don't doubt it. Hit it hard.
Great
And
shot.
get it in
Wow.
there. I hit the top slope. I got lucky on that one. Let's see here if I can. Whoa, you don't want to hit a crack. There it is.
Yep.
I'm over again. Oh, I got in and it came out. Didn't get quite low enough. Didn't get quite low enough. Let's try it one more time. You really want to get low, and you can see if you hit a crack, it can go bad. If you don't hit hard enough, it can go bad. There was one that made it all the way up.
Wow.
That's a good spot to be.
Yeah.
Let's just do your yeoman's try at it. Let's go for it. Let's see where it ends up, and we'll talk about recovery shots, okay? Oops, there's no recovery there. All right, so we got there, and oh man, it just didn't work out for us. And look, we're on this left-hand leave, and it just looks like it's easier than hell to get it to fall in here.
Yep.
It is
Ball
not.
made that mistake.
Don't try it. It's not going to work. The only way it works is if you hit this angle here, if you've got a line for it directly. It's still hard to hit, and you still got to hit it just the right pace. So my advice is you're sitting here in 1. This is a par 4. Eat a shot. Put it up there in the flats and work this week on finding your line. It's far right. You want to go right. You want to hit it with not a lot of feeling, and it'll create the angle to go in.
Hey.
You're going to miss it otherwise. So you go about a ball off the left at like a drop dead pace, and that was pretty good example of the pace you need on that ball right there. Any harder, any softer, and it'll miss that bank line.
Wow. All right.
That's 17 in a nutshell. I think we went over it. I think we got the dump, the first shot dump, and then you can try to bounce it over. I like that because it's a shorter. Even an elite player might choose to put the ball here, try to pop it over. I think that shot works quite a bit, and I think it's worth exploring how you play it the best, and see if you like this hard shot from the tee, where you're really trying to.
Oh, wow.
We got it up there. You got to give it all you got, and you got to make sure, and then you can kind of dump it off the right. It might be a little slow and a little bit left, but you can see if the angle's not right, it won't go. So you got to burn that, but to see that's coming from a different angle. So, whoops, you don't want to do that. That'll get you in trouble. You might be able to do something like that, kind of give it some anarchy. Trying different things to see if. I think it's about a medium pace right about there. You can see it's not going in very often. It's difficult.
Yeah.
It doesn't want to go in. I think kind of boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So it's a slower pace, but it's not drop dead hole pace. Anyway, on to 18. The timing of this is you want the ball in the air when the mouth is closed. You want it to raise as your ball is approaching the hole. So I watch. This is a lot like hole number 9 where the fire's going by. You're watching those teeth. And you're watching those teeth. You're lining your shot up straight in between the 2 dots in front of you. You're trying to make sure the ball doesn't get outside of those. And right as the thing goes down, you hit your ball. I didn't hit it hard enough. Still didn't hit hard enough. This is a difficult shot for me. I have a hard time making it. I think the pace is really difficult. Got it in there that time, barely. Right when the mouth closes, you got to hit the ball. Don't hit it too hard or you'll hit him in the nose. Don't underhit it. You won't get it in. You want to keep your focus. Right when it closes, you put your head down. You hit it right towards the middle. Keep your head down. Don't look up. You're looking up. You see it go down. You put your head down and you hit it hard right at him. Try to think about dragging it over the top so you're not creating a lot of arch on the shot. So it's not likely to hit him in the mouth. Right when it goes down. Right when it goes down.
And again, for
Paint a
viewers,
happy
we
little ball.
might have a little bit of a timing difference. I think we do, based on what
Yeah.
Fugo's describing. But
I'm
yeah,
sure.
so right when it goes down,
Uh,
rely on his description
right when
rather
it
than the
goes
video right
down.
now.
If you get the timing off, you can hit a beautiful shot and you hit him right in the mouth. You know, you don't want to do that. You want to hit him right when the thing goes down. Put your head down. Don't think about it and hit the ball. You might make it, you might not, but it's not going to be the wrong timing. And it's a tricky pace. I think it's a very tricky pace. See, I hit him on the tooth. The further left or right you go, I think the more margin that you're going to hit a tooth. See, the further right I push it, further left I'm hitting it. Hitting him in the mouth. Got it through the teeth that time. Let's see. See, timing's off. You got to really wait. As soon as he closes the mouth, you hit it straight. Right between those dots. It'll keep the ball lower. Notice the lower trajectory when I'm not messing around. Right when it closes, you think about dragging it. Drag that putt. Drag the putt hard. Think about going over the top of this to create down. Because you're hitting that slope and you're trying to keep your teeth from getting chipped. You just want to keep it down. See how that's not very much slope? I like that. Right there. All righty. That's Tiki a Coco hard. I did okay. We could have made some more shots, but I think you guys get the drift. I'm not sure.
Yeah. That was awesome. Yeah, it definitely gave me some new things to practice.
I've implemented these strategies playing this course over the last 2 weeks, and it's seemed to work okay. I've been getting consistent 15 to somewhere between 15 to 20. The 21 is an outlier. If you can get a 21, you should be very happy and pray to the Tiki gods and thank them for
yeah, that's a
all that they
fantastic
have done
score. I'm having a hard time breaking the single digits on this course,
it's
but
very
maybe
difficult.
now I can get a negative 10.
I was very fortunate. I was in a very good groove and rhythm. This is definitely what I would consider a rhythm course. If you're playing well rhythmically and strategically, you'll do well on this course. You got to play good in your zone, really hit the shots, be confident in the shots. This is a confident shot course.
That is tough.
Yes, it is so tough.
You can't be
I nailed
apprehensive.
it. The first 2 times I played it, I nailed it, and since then I have a hard time getting par on 18 now.
It's a difficult shot. It's not. It's you're fooled by the easy nature of the easy course shot, where this one's pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to put that on 100 and then swing hard. A lot harder than I thought. Damn. Okay.
See, you can really get yourself in some weird spots on 17, but you can get it over there. Notice the one that I got over there was high off the logs.
Yeah, this is one I'm definitely going to practice. I haven't really just kind of laid it up to that first flat area ever. It doesn't seem like it's something you want to do. You're just like, I got to get up higher.
Here's how it's done. Notice I hit the chip out, right at the chip out on the third block.
Yep.
That got up there pretty nice. And it hit right in this area is where you're going to get it over. You start hitting these and it's going out of bounds over here. So it can be done. You can get a hole in one on it even. But it's a risky shot. Dumping it down or just trying to get it to here, going up here and trying to float a 3 down is not the worst strategy for a beginner or even someone who's trying to keep a coconut. Yeah. This hole can tear you apart. This is a tough close. a tough closing section of this course. I think the last 3 holes are legitimately difficult. So,
Yep.
you know.
Practice, practice, practice.
All right,
That would be
guys.
a heartbreaker to lose your coconut on 17 or 18 on the hard.
Well, I'm sorry this went so long, but you can skip around if you like it.
Yeah. All righty.
All righty,
Well,
guys.
thank you so much, Fugo. And everybody, good luck this weekend. And yeah.
Tear it up.
See you next time.
All right.
Ooh, where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. Okay. We are off.